On the topic of intuition, now you mentioned a bit of it where you're really operating from a level of wisdom, and really if you're operating from an intuitive perspective on all the time, as much as you can, you actually reach a level of wisdom that many people have said. So this is not us saying it, it's other people saying it, which now we can say. It sounds like you're almost there, or you are there. What was that road like? Do you have a couple of instances, or one where intuition did kick in and one where you ignored it?
I think that the greatest stories of business operators, the ones that intrigue us, the ones that we find compelling, the ones that move us, and their measure of success isn't necessarily monetary for me. It's what did they do to move the world through business. I think those leaders have a very, very, very high level of intuition matched with high level of what others would deem to be risk-taking. But it's not. It's actually not risk-taking. If your gut tells you, with all your homework and your research and your experience, because those are foundations for intuition, people that have that foundation call it gut, but you've lived it before. So you're actually basing it on something you've done before. But intuition, you will talk to these people and you will find they are very intuitive. Most CEOs that are successful are very intuitive. And my example would be, when I wrote the book, The 7 Virtues of a Philosopher Queen, and dedicated to my best friend who was wounded serving in Afghanistan, and promised him that I would take women's buying power and voting power and we would harness that to make change. On the back of the book, I always saw a perfume bottle. And I told everyone. I told my most conservative friends that there's a perfume bottle there. It's going to happen. No inkling as to why, but just knew this was going to happen. And verbally said this. Intuition, no other thing, just a gut. And then when I read about Abdullah Arsala, my amazing supplier in Afghanistan who Brett flew in to meet, he's just an amazing leader. When I read about him and his distillery kept getting knocked over and he needed support, I knew that was the perfume bottle. I went and talked to all my friends. I said, remember that perfume bottle I spoke about? That was the back of the book. It looked exactly like it. I said, it's Abdullah. I flew to Ottawa. I met with CEDA, the Canadian International Development Agency. They connected me with Abdullah. I went from, as Flair magazine called it, concept to shelf in 9 months.
Wow.
But the intuition was there. There's the perfume bottle. And the Afghanistan Orange Blossom, our first fragrance that won on Dragon's Den, is the back of the fragrance book.
And you're right. I mean, it is that experience and the knowledge, and it happens in an instant in time, and you just know. And when intuition, we believe when you operate from an intuitive level, those opportunities just appear.
But being present.
And so those 9 months is, people may say, wow, but not really.
Not really.